Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the third hour of today's episode of Mage the Ascension. So today, this fine Saturday, this fine sunny Saturday in the Bay Area, you have a mission to undertake. You have a job to do. Iori, Kaguya, tell us how do you approach this? What time do you go to the campus, and what is your plan? Tell me what's happened. What's come before we see you, and where do we see you first?
So I think the idea here is that I will just kind of generally run interference and talk to whoever is barring access to the place while Iori breaks in or sneaks in.
Okay.
Is that correct?
That sounds fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I got into the like the IT building on the campus before, and they were like, "How can I help?" And I was like, "Oh, right, yeah, I shouldn't go in there." But, I mean, all it's going to be kind of, hopefully, is just distracting the main desk or any IT people who should be there, so that I can be
very good at distracting people.
Yeah.
Okay. So would you just go straight there, Kaguya, and you go to the front desk to try to like cause the distraction, or are you trying to like where do you go? Like I'm gonna let you guys kind of like walk me through how this plan goes, and I'll tell you where there's opposition.
Yeah, so I think I go up to the front desk and I just start like chatting up whoever is there.
Okay.
And my goal is just to like take up their attention completely, and then Iori can kind of just do whatever.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that since it's on a Saturday, there aren't going to be as many people there.
Yeah.
Like it's a little bit quieter.
Yeah, so the building itself, outside in the parking lot, there's only like 3 vehicles. There's one looks like a civilian vehicle, like someone's car, and then there's 2 like white vans with like the university services like logo printed on the side. The building itself, like I described before, is like just a couple of stories, just like a small building where they do they manage all the servers, and then they also keep like storage for equipment. There's like a shop there for fixing student and teacher like equipment that they bring in. But yeah, mostly this stuff's going to be in the basement in the like server rooms. So yeah, so when you get there, it's actually like closed technically, so you have to like buzz to get in.
Mm-hmm. And I like fabricate some story about how like, oh yeah, I need to talk to someone. Like I'm here trying to like get some work done.
Okay. So your story is what, that you're a student and you have something that they need to repair for you? I think you have something broken.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I think initially the voice on the other end of the line, she's like, "Look, we're closed for the weekend. So unless this is like an emergency, I can't really take any new work." And you're like talking over the intercom.
Yeah. Oh well, I have a deadline coming up, and it would be very, very important for me to try to get some rendering cycles in now over the weekend. But I can't remote into my server set that I'm rendering on or processing on.
So while you're saying this, are you looking to Iori for some of the like technical jargon for this?
And yeah, I like glance over like, help me out here.
Yeah, does this sound real?
My colleague is helping me out with the computer end of it. I'm more of a social scientist, but we're modeling some aggregate system, blah blah blah. Like I just kind of obfuscate behind some
okay,
academic language.
Okay, well, why don't you roll a subterfuge here? Roll a manipulation and subterfuge.
Manipulation subterfuge.
Yeah,
Yes.
can I assist if just with like computer jargon, like in computer to make it an easier job for you? So it sounds like there's something wrong.
Yeah, I think instead of like you're not contributing dice because you're not actually doing any of the help, but
Okay.
yeah, let's
It
let's
like
set,
allows me to.
we'll set the difficulty at 5 instead of 6 for that roll.
Okay, great.
Okay,
I get a success.
you do indeed.
I rolled 2 ones.
Okay, so yeah, so there's an exasperated sigh over the intercom. There's like, okay, fine. Like you're not the only panicky student I've had to deal with today. Fine, just you can come in, just drop the laptop off the front desk. And there's like, and then they don't even finish the sentence. They just hit the buzzer.
Yeah, and they buzz me in.
And the thing like clicks. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
So
Let's both head in.
now that we are inside, I'm gonna get into like flirt mode with this person instead of like actually getting shit done.
Okay. So do you both go to the front desk or do you split off here?
I feel like now is a good time to split.
Sure. Yep.
Okay.
And my goal will be to make them not realize that you exist.
Excellent. Okay. So we'll do a like an assisting role basically. So why don't you, Kaguya, you go up to the front desk and we'll get whatever your role is. We'll reduce the difficulty of Dave's stealth roll, at least for the initial part. Because getting into the server room is one thing, and then being able to do your server room stuff is another.
So yeah, I start just pulling the like damsel in distress kind of angle with this person where I'm just like, thank you so much. And like,
Yeah, so you come up to the desk and there's a girl in her like early 20s wearing like a white polo and she's like looking at something on a computer screen and like typing away on one of those old like Microsoft keyboards when you come up. She's like typing. She like looks up at you. And why don't you make an appearance and empathy roll?
okay.
Let's see if you. Yeah, let's take a look because you have that flaw of being like kind of off-puttingly attractive. So let's see if your
But I am
appearance.
so attractive.
Yeah, let's see if you unnerve this person.
You're spiking at least.
Yeah. Difficulty 6.
I'm getting
Are you getting an error too? Okay.
buggerinos. I'm just gonna roll 7 dice.
Okay.
Number of dice. 7? No, more. 8 dice.
Whoa.
Wow.
I get 2 ones,
Wow.
a 7, an 8, and a 9.
Rough.
All about rolling 2 ones.
All right, so this isn't the actual flirtation itself. This is just a success is enough to buy you past the initial. Like if you'd failed this, she would have been put off by how like perfect you are.
Yeah, it would have been like, oh, they're impossible. Yeah.
Yeah. So you come up and she kind of looks at you and like blushes a little bit, and it's like surprised at how like she was all ready to be like, just another like customer. Like, guys, Saturday I should be out. Well, she wants to be at home playing League of Legends or something, but she's like, oh,
Yeah, I'm like really put together. And
yeah. Okay, so you walk up to the desk and she looks at you. Now, do you have like a laptop with you or like some piece of equipment?
I have like my phone,
Yeah.
and I'm just like flailing super hard and just being like, oh, so I think like, oh, I wish my friend was here. He would know. And like, I'm like, okay, what my student number is. And I just start like doing one of those where it's just like every direction that we go in is a wrong turn kind of thing.
Right. To the point
And I'm just,
where like
laughing a lot.
to the point
and
where
just-
she's not even sure what your problem is or what you want to do, but just that you're totally helpless.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, oh, I want to help you because you're like this babe and I'm trying to help you, but you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just like lean into that kind of angle.
Yeah, I'm attractive and totally
I'm attractive and
clueless,
lost.
and you are skilled and
bragging
kind of
about
shy. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's a good angle. Okay, so this is your attempt to just like keep her distracted from whatever it is that Iori is doing. So,
Yeah, it's like I think it was like a network protocol issue or something.
are you
But
trying
then
to do
like
that thing where you're like
protocol.
trying to seem smart to a person who's giving you tech support? So you're just like trying to use more technical language than usual.
Yeah, and like getting it all wrong. I'm
Yeah,
like, oh, that means that? Oh no, so not that then. Like, yeah, so there's just this like going in circles. I
totally.
don't even have the computer that we're trying to fix like here.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay.
It
Well,
took so long to plug in. I don't want to unplug it unless I had to.
why
I'll
don't
go
you,
back.
why don't you do a manipulation and technology roll?
Manipulation and
Because you're
technology.
using your technology skills to manipulate,
Okay, cool.
right? Because it's about that.
I've got some dice for that.
Yeah. Because really, if you're trying to outmaneuver her in a way, because if she's like figures, she's like she could be onto it, right? She could be
Yeah,
like,
like
wait a
if this doesn't
second,
really add up, and she's just like, wait a minute.
yeah, okay,
So difficulty 6?
yeah.
I can't do it. Damn it. My dices are broken. Okay, so I'm gonna roll. Uh, I'm rolling what, 5 dice here? This is manipulation tech. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a network thing. Awesome. Okay.
I
All
got
right. So
one
you've
success.
you've got her distracted for now. Yeah, where she's like, okay, let me see, and she goes to get your phone, and you like accidentally like turn it off, and you're like, oh, it just keeps
Yeah.
doing that. Oh my god. Okay. So she's very distracted. She's like,
Like our hands touch. And she's like, oh.
yeah, she's standing up now, so she's not even looking at her screens. And Iori, you've snuck off towards the basement. So describe what that looks like. What's Iori's stealth protocol? Do you do anything particularly? Do you like what is it? Are you skulking or are you just walking? Describe the scene for me.
Yeah, I'm being sneaky, and to be sneaky, you have to like step on the outside of your foot so it makes less noise when you walk.
And you crouch.
Impossible theme to
Yeah,
yourself.
you like crouch. Yeah, no, I'm stealthing. I'm in stealth. I've hit the button.
Right, so you crouch down and you make the "I'm going invisible" noise. The like. Shoo.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't think the funny thing is like forces is the sphere for making
definitely.
you're like creating a stealth field or whatever around yourself, and then mind is the sphere for like Jedi kind of mind tricking or like creating the like people will ignore me thing. So you don't actually have any like magical tools for doing this.
Nope. Nope.
But you can certainly make a regular old stealth roll.
Okay. I have just Dex. I don't have anything in stealth.
Okay, all right. So it's gonna be a dexterity roll.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Press button.
Okay.
Health plus equals
No.
DP mod. Okay, right, yeah. That's not quite working at the moment.
I think there's something that like the rollers are
Looking
doing
for-
something looking for like a health penalty or bonus.
Oh yeah, that does look like what that is. Number of dice 4.
So just use the roller for now.
Oh.
All right.
Got 0.
All right, no sneaky. So,
Wait.
yeah.
What's the difficulty on that roll?
6.
Does it get a -1?
No, he's allowed to make the stealth roll because you're distracting the person who would have just noticed him right away.
Okay. Well then that 5 is still a failure.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oops.
I tried, Dave.
So Iori, you're like sneakily moving your way down the hallway. You go down the stairs, and then you open a door and you walk past one of the other rooms, and then the door that you open like clicks shut a little louder than you expected, and then you hear someone in one of the side rooms. You hear someone be like, "What was that?" And then you hear their chair roll out, and they're in a side room, and they're gonna come and open the door.
Just sword him, kill him.
Just knock him out. No, I can't be violent to these people. Snake, this is a stealth mission.
Right, you gotta choke him out.
You can't use your weapons on this floor because they're nuclear materials. So, I mean, can I hide in here? What's the room like?
So you're not in a room. You're in a long hallway. They're in a room. They're in a side room.
Is where I'm supposed to be going at the end of the hallway? Can I see where I'm supposed to go?
Yeah. I mean, you haven't actually physically been here before, so you got to kind of look around and get an idea of the layout.
I worked out where the server room was from the outside. Mm-hmm. I definitely know which area of the building it's in.
Yeah. You're headed in the right direction, but you don't know exactly which door it is. Yeah.
All right. Well, if they don't see anything in the corridor, they're not going to see anything. So I'm going to go out of the corridor by teleporting into the room ahead of me.
Okay. All right. So you're just going to disappear and reappear somewhere else. Okay. How do you do that? How does because you've never been there before. You've never been in the room. You have some idea of its data location, but you're not plugged into anything right now.
No, I think I just do the very quick calculation. There is a door ahead of me, which they won't be able to see through. They don't expect someone to be in there. I therefore just need to be X amount of meters in front of where I already am. So let's just overlay those quickly, and I'll make a step, and then I'll be there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be obviously a vulgar effect. Yeah, it's a vulgar effect without witnesses, luckily, and it's correspondence 2, I believe. Yeah, so difficulty is 6, and you're at 4 paradox right now, right?
I'm on 5 paradox.
You're at 5 now. Okay, all right.
I'm going to spend a willpower.
Okay.
And then let's teleport. Whee! Willpower reduces the...
Willpower gives you 1 auto success.
1 success. Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Essence blah, blah, blah.
So is that... No, I don't change anything.
Willpower, yeah.
Oh dear. No, that's a red box.
Okay, so
It's okay.
success.
It's just a 0, though.
Yeah.
Just a 0. It's
so
not a bot.
you got 1 success. But let's see what correspondence range is. Success 1. Okay, you're teleporting within line of sight, so you can still do it. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna paradox explode you when you get there. So you...
Yay!
Yeah, you hear the guy. You're the guy say, "Hey, what was that?" He gets up and he comes over and he opens the door and looks out on the hallway, which of course you are no longer, but you've shunted over to another room, and then your paradox arrives with you. So you're gonna roll six dice? I guess technically I roll it. So let me.
Okay, that's fine.
Games where the GM has to roll stuff. How much? You have 6 paradox, you said?
Yeah, I was on 5, and I guess I get the extra one from this.
Okay. 6 dice against a difficulty 6. Blorp. No successes.
What does that mean? I don't know if that's good or bad.
That's good. That's really good for you.
Yay!
So no successes, no effects, but no paradox points discharge. So you
it's just going to be worse later.
Yeah, you teleport, and then you're you feel a little funny, but then it passes, and yeah, the paradox still roiling under the surface. I'll get you next time, Dave. I'll get you next time.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, so you've teleported into what, a random nearby room or just like the room at the end of the hall, you said?
Yeah, just the room at the end of the hall. If I think I'm going in the right direction, just that way.
Okay.
Ish.
All right. So you teleport into that room, and yeah, you're just in a like one of the like server closets. There's like a bunch of computers on racks, and then like one little monitor on a
Perfect.
side stand.
This is what I need. Right. I will withdraw my super drive from my backpack, and I will look for a place to plug it in.
Okay.
I'm sure he already knows much better than me how servers work. Like, I've never seen one.
Sure.
Just like pull out one section and like plug your thing in.
Yeah. I mean, remember, it doesn't matter if you know how it actually works. You've seen enough TV shows with server rooms and hackers in it to understand how it should work.
Yeah, I like pull it out, and like the slightly magical nature means it doesn't actually have a port on it yet until I like see what kind of port it needs to plug it in.
Right. Yeah. That's awesome. Okay. So, yeah, so you plug in the drive and you start pulling information. So what do you want here? You want to pull like any information about Dr. Shankar, or like what are your search parameters here?
Yeah, I need to look for Dr. Shankar. I already got, however, that they are on the system, but the files are like...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So I guess I'm actually kind of like decrypting whatever protections are put on them, be they like actual file encryptions or magical ones. I think I got the sense that it was non-standard stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Not just like right-clicking hide file or...
Yeah, it had been like cleared or purged in some way, but that there was some like remnant there.
Yes, so I need to latch onto that.
Okay, all right. So let's have you roll some hacker bullshit.
Yep.
It is wits and technology, right? Or wits and that's the skill. Computers.
Yeah, computers or technology, both the same for me.
I feel weird that they're two separate skills. Like computer is a skill and technology is a skill.
Yeah, computers are knowledge and technology is a skill. I guess I'm using technology because I am like applying.
Yeah, it seems like there is
I mean, you're literally using a
knowledge
computer
versus
though.
skill. Like you know about computers, but can you actually like do that? Can you actually do a hack?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Okay.
Okay.
So in this case, yeah, you're gonna roll that, and then I will oppose you. Nice.
That
is some good successes. Shit.
if only I had a specialty in it.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So let's see. Let's see what I can do here. I'm just gonna use your character sheet.
Dang, all tens. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So I only got one success. So yeah, so you're able to bypass the system's firewall, and it looks to you like yeah, what had originally been intended, and you'll probably need to use less mundane means. Like if you can get this data back to your sanctum, you'll be able to really delve into it.
Perfect.
But there's definitely been some special technology applied to this system such that the storage information, the information that's stored has been written to like a sub-layer of the memory such that it doesn't even take it up, so that any person just like looking at this wouldn't even know. Your hard drive still looks empty basically once you've grabbed all the data. Like if you gave it to someone, it would still, they'd be like, there's nothing on this drive. It's in some sort of weird sub-partition, written onto the OS. So you pull it and you manage to bypass the firewall. The firewall is mundane. It looks like whoever did this was just trying to clear their tracks and then leave. They're not protecting like active data.
Right.
Yeah, so you finish the job. In your little hard drive, like the red light turns green, and the UI shows like red bars or green bars, so you're finished.
Okay. Yep. Just like close the tray back up and since I know somebody is sort of aware there's someone around, I think I'd try and change my tack to, if they find me again, I don't feel good about teleporting, so I'll probably just try and pretend I'm lost.
Okay.
So I'm gonna like walk out of there again. Try and be quiet, but if somebody, like not doing stealth mode this time, maybe.
Okay. So you just like want to walk out then, or?
Yeah, just quietly walk out.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get one more stealth roll from you. And I think because you alerted that guy the first time, he's kind of in code yellow. So let's make it a difficulty 7 on this one.
Oh, that's weird. It doesn't let you put the difficulty in when you just randomly roll dice.
I noticed that
That's
too.
that's 3
It's
successes.
still 3 successes. Yeah.
9, a 9, and a 10. I can
Yeah.
use Dave's dice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. You're doing good rolls for this mission.
Yeah, I've been very lucky today. I didn't even explode or anything.
Yeah, yet. Yeah, okay. Cool. So you you get out with the drive. I think maybe as you walk by the office of the person you startled, you see him through the glass like turn back around and sit down. He's like, must have just been my imagination. And he like keeps typing. And you get back up to the stairs.
Okay. So yeah, when I get there, if Kaguya's still like keeping the attention of the woman, then I'll just, I guess, like nudge them and then leave because I'm not supposed to be there. That was part of the story was that, if my friend was here, or I don't know, I don't think it's super important right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can get out. You can go a different way, right? You can still hear them talking. And at this point, Kaguya, are you still talking about your like technical problem, or have you? Yeah,
It's like moved on to other stuff. And I'm just like, and then I just had such a hard week and blah blah blah. Or I talk about like this fake research project.
Okay.
Just make it like super confusing.
Okay, yeah, and she's just like listening to you and nodding, and it's like, yeah, no, that sounds really interesting. You sound
fascinating.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Okay, so I don't think you really even notice Iori sneak out.
Yep. And then I guess I'll drop you a text once I'm away, and I'll be like, I don't know, say something bullshit in case the other person's holding the phone, just to be like, I think I've managed to work it out.
Yeah, and so I check my message and it's like, well, I guess my colleague has fixed it, sent me over here for nothing. I'm sorry to have wasted so much of your time.
Yeah, and she's just like, no, don't worry about it. It's fine. I've just been sitting here all day. It's totally boring. It was nice having your company.
I just smile and be on my way. Yeah.
You're like, thanks, sucker.
Totally ignore the paper that she's like slipped onto the desk with the number on it. Bye.
Oh, broken heart. All right, so you two leave, having completed your goal. Cool. All right. So while all this is going down, while Mission Impossible is occurring, Litany, what do you do? What do you do after you meet with Victoria and drop off the backup cash with these two?
I got work. So the work isn't until 5.
Yeah.
So I think I'll go home and go through all my stuff and see if I do still have any extra personal items from either Francie or Maureen.
Okay.
Like something with a bit of their hair or something that would have some of their body on it or in it.
I feel like with them, you probably wouldn't by intention, they wouldn't do that. That it would be something they would be very careful not to allow happen, or you would have to do under their in secret against them, because
yeah,
they would teach you lots of tricks for like stealing stuff like that from people.
Oh yeah, but also lots of tricks for being careful that
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
And
like I don't leave my hairbrushes lying around.
yeah.
It's like in, is it Bali or some other places too, where it's like, cool, you clip your nails, you bury that shit.
Right.
Like you don't put that in the garbage for
Yeah,
just
'cause
anybody
someone
to
could
pick
just
up.
get it. But no,
Yeah.
I think by that same thing as a showing of like discipline, they would just have made it really impossible for you to
Yeah.
have anything from them.
Yeah. So this is where, yeah, I'm gonna like go through all my stuff to see if there's a chance that. So I'm gonna spend like a couple hours doing that, probably, just like going through shit at home. And if there's nothing, I guess there's nothing.
I mean, you can spend a lot of time physically digging through all of your shit, or you can do a like life one effect.
Actually, yeah, I should just do a looking for it that
Yeah,
way.
you can just magic your way into it.
I think I'll start doing a bunch of looking through, and it'll be like 15 minutes in, and I'm like, why am I doing it this way?
Yeah.
And just try to do it a better way instead. Yeah. So yeah, I will stop doing the mundane looking and do some magical looking.
Okay. And what does that look like?
I'm trying to think. I just had several ideas occur to me, and I'm decided if I'm actually going with those ideas or not. Yeah, because I don't have anything. The whole thing is I'm looking for there to be some like particular. Yeah, no, I totally get off thinking about like very clearly thinking about the two of them. This way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. That sounds great. Cool.
I'm looking at all of my instruments, and I'm like, ordeals and exertion, sex and sensuality.
Yeah, totally. That's the other thing. Like just like, yep, just gonna have sex with myself and think about my mentors, and then it'll put you in a headspace when you're done, where your mind is like clear, and you're like, okay, I'm like really focused on them.
Exactly.
You can like look around with different eyes. Yeah, it's perfect.
Because I'm not just I'm looking very specifically for like traces of them.
Yeah.
So
Cool. I like it. That's awesome.
Get some instruments going on. You know what I mean?
I do indeed. All right. So it's a coincidental effect, and it is life 1, difficulty 4.
So I just roll Arte for that?
Yep.
Come on, little buttons. Be a friend. And no difficulty, no dice pool modifier, and difficulty 6, you said?
No, difficulty's only 4.
Oh. 4, that's much better.
Yep.
3 successes.
Damn. All right. So, yeah, you get, I think...
Your face.
I think that yeah, like once you start looking around the room, thinking about like the last time you saw them and then other times they've been here, I think like you get a very clear sensation of the fact that there's an absence of their presence, right? Like the two of them individually and separately had been in your apartment, but maybe you remember like them specifically like cleaning up after themselves before they left, like picking up a fiber of hair off the carpet as they were tying their shoes, or like cleaning the space every time that they left. Partly as a lesson to you, to like teach you to do that. And I think you're left with this sense of both in the literal sense and the metaphorical, this feeling of their absence, like they're very gone from your immediate surroundings. You know?
Okay. Bummer. I'm bummed out.
Yeah.
I feel just kind of, yeah. So I still got a couple hours before work. I don't know. I'm gonna text Desmond. I still feel bad.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
feel like it was like awkward, even though he said it wasn't awkward. It was obviously awkward.
Obviously.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So what do you want to text him?
I'll just text him like, "Hey, thanks for the ride last night. It was good to see you. Hope your friend wasn't too upset that there wasn't room in the car."
Okay.
And see what he texts back.
All right. And what's your hope here? What do you hope he's gonna? How do you want
I'm
him
just
to
trying to
respond?
like open a conversation so that he can like talk about this without like being like, "You have to tell me your feelings." So
Right. Okay.
I'm doing the soft open here.
Okay. Well, let's do manipulation and empathy then.
Okay. I'm gonna try using, instead of the first dice pool thing, the second one and see if it makes any difference.
Okay.
Manipulation, empathy.
Hey, there you go.
So heads up to the other players. When I tried before, I was using the first dice pool thing and it didn't work. But this one I did using the second and it worked. So maybe just don't use the first one.
Yeah, good call for now. Okay. All right. So you wait a little bit, and then Desmond, I think he messages you back, but he doesn't text you. He messages you on like Facebook Messenger instead. And yeah, and he replies with I don't even know what he would say. He was just like, sorry, working on something right now. I can take kind of a break though. What's going on?
I'll be like, yeah, I don't know. I just noticed when we were getting in the car last night that I don't know, something seemed off, and I just wanted to check that everything was like, how are you doing, and if I'd made you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think he replies with chat makes a good point. Desmond's internet messaging service of choice is definitely ICQ.
Yeah.
Because it's so dead, but nobody else will install it. So yeah, he's like, yeah, check out my MySpace profile. We could talk on MySpace messages.
Yeah. He sends me a Google Buzz. No, yeah.
You Google Wave.
Some kind of Google Wave.
Oh my God, Google Wave.
He sends me a Google Wave message.
That's like even better because like so it didn't even get to. It's like stillborn. Like
yeah.
Google Wave was barely a
ICQ
fetus when it was thrown
People
away.
still talk about ICQ, whereas I bet a bunch of people in chat are like, "Did you just put two words together?"
Google Wave, man, that's a good one. Nice, well done. Yeah, he's too busy. He can't Google Wavy right now. He's too busy watching videos on Real Player. So okay, so yeah, he replies and he's like, I mean, I don't know what was going on yesterday. You seemed weird.
I'll be like, yeah, I don't know. There was just like a lot going on. And then I realized that like maybe I'd misread something and put you in an awkward spot. And I'm kind of just like, yeah, like apologizing. Yeah.
How real is that though? Like, 'cause
It's like real.
yeah.
It's,
The
and I
part
think,
about you not realizing what was going
no,
on? Yeah, that's the part I didn't
no,
really.
that part's not real. But that like, or more that just like when he says that things were awkward last night, I'm like, yeah. And then I think I'll be like, look, I touched you. I didn't ask you about touching you. I felt you flinch. I'm sorry.
I think he responds with like a little shruggy emote.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "It's okay. I just didn't expect it. And I don't know, all of you are such like good buds, and I'm just kind of like outside of that, so I didn't know what was going on." And then he promptly changes the subject. He's like, "So, hear back from Iori and Kaguya yet? How's that going?"
And I probably haven't. So I'm like, no news, but hopefully no news is good news. I send a shruggy also.
Yeah. He replies, I find that so rarely the case.
And I'm like, yeah, I guess that's true. I don't know. Maybe I should text them. I gotta go to work soon, but I don't know. Are you busy later or like tomorrow, I guess? I just
He's like, I'm in a constant state of semi busyness, but I could probably make time. Why?
I don't know. I just thought it might be nice to hang out.
So you get the little like, Desmond is typing. Like for like a good 10 or 15 seconds. And then
Yeah.
he replies with, "Yeah, cool."
Cool.
Oh yeah, cool.
Shrug.
Cool, whatever.
K.
Cool, K.
Just the letter K.
No, the letter K would be the worst. That's the worst thing a person could do. That's just
Yeah.
like, it's like a stabbing from hell's heart.
Currently planning your demise. Short for.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm like, great. I'll text you later, and then I'm like, what is the best way to reach you?
He replies with, "I'm really into carrier pigeons right now." Winky smiley face. No, wait.
Yeah.
Winky smiley face pigeon emoji.
Yeah, it's important to have the pigeon emoji.
And
You
then
know, so
I'm like, I'll see what I can do.
here's kind of a funny thing about like playing role-playing games set in a non like medieval setting. In reality and in the assumed future of reality, there's a lot of communication that takes place over text. So what we end up doing, instead of describing our characters talking to each other, they're like, "What do you send them in the text?" "Oh, this is what
Yeah,
they text back
we are
to you."
vocalizing text messages.
It's so
Yeah.
surreal as
Yeah.
like a narrative thing. Like,
Yeah. Also, P.S. I can totally make a carrier pigeon. What?
yeah, you could make one from nothing. That'd be fine.
The best for it.
Or just be like, "Hey, you pigeon, send this message."
Yeah. Well, I mean, that'd be more like mind controlling the pigeon.
Yeah.
You could make a pigeon, but then you wouldn't be able to control it necessarily. Anyway, yeah. So he's just like, "I'm really into carrier pigeons right now." Wink, pigeon.
Yeah.
100, beefy arm, heart, sparkle
Yeah.
heart. Cake, Shinto priest.
Well, this has been lovely. Thanks for joining us, everyone, on our next episode.
Oh yeah. And I write back, well, I'll see what I can do. And I don't have an emoji keyboard on my phone.
Okay, perfect. T9.
Yeah, I'm just like, no, I probably do. I just am not good at emoji.
Yeah.
So
I
I
feel
write back,
like-
I'm like, yeah, I'll see what I can do.
I feel like that's a thing that would be useful to do, to be able to do quickly in real life. I'm gonna just start doing that in conversations now. I'm just gonna say the full name of emoji instead of emoting things.
It's like when people, instead of actually appending the emoji, write the name of the emoji in their text.
Yeah.
It's like a whole other level of, yeah.
Yeah.
Feels bad, man.
Oh my gosh, there's been so much feels bad man in the chat.
I mean, yeah, it's like saying the Twitch name of the emote that you're using. Wow, God, language is weird. So,
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway,
XD.
Yeah.
People say.
I finish up with this conversation with Desmond, and I will send a text
Okay.
to Iori and be like, how goes? And then
Sorry,
if I don't hear anything back, I'll write it and send that as well.
Yeah, I'll respond back with, oh good, my microphone's working. Yep, mission accomplished.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes, it
I'll be
is.
like, cool. That's all.
Okay.
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 I figure if what they found is important, they'll tell me about it, and otherwise, I probably won't understand anyway. So there's no point.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have anything to tell you yet anyway. I need to do some more rolls.
So that's me. Otherwise, I'm just gonna get ready to work and go to work.
Okay. Yeah, you do. So I guess the next thing is data. Yeah, is like deciphering the data, trying to rebuild it.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you get back, Kaguya. Do you go back to the Afterglow as well?
Yeah, and I'm like texting. I'm texting Litany to meet us there.
Oh, I have another question though. Before you go to work, Litany, do you read the letters?
Oh yeah. After I kind of forget, I think I probably like kind of forget about them, and then I woke up way earlier than I usually do, and so I've already gotten a lot of things done, and so I'm kind of like out of stuff to do, and so I'm like making sure that I've got my knife roll in my bag and like double checking some stuff, and I'm like, oh, write these letters, and I'll read them, or as much as I have time to read them before I need to like actually leave for work.
Well, let's see what you can interpret from them because they're written in a very formal, not code, but they're written in a sort of stilted, weird way.
A very esoteric language.
I was about to say they're enigmatic in some fashion. So they're all addressed to. It's one side of a communication, so you're not getting all the letters, or you're getting the letters from Sir Clifford Davies, of the I forget what hermetic order, what hermetic house he belongs to, House Flambeau, I think. Anyway, and it's like his title, and there's a lot of like addressing stuff that goes on in these letters. It's written very like formal and sort of medievally. But you can make a roll to see what actual content you can decipher from them. So why don't you make an intelligence and let me double check the correct thing. I think Esoterica is probably the one. Yeah, make an intelligence and Esoterica roll. Without a hermetic mage to like help you detangle what they intend, let's call it difficulty 7.
We
Yeah, okay, yeah, House Flambeau. Yeah, that's what Victoria is. She's too.
and you said 7.
Yes. Okay.
I don't botch.
Okay. Yeah, if you botched, you would get a very wrong interpretation of them. But instead, you just like, I think you get fed up after a couple letters where you're like, this is barely even in English. Like they refer to stuff with words that you think are just made up. I mean, all words are made up, but you know what I mean, right? Where it's like, yeah, it's like reading someone's weird Harry Potter fan fiction and it's all in weird fakey Latin and they're like,
Crucio.
yeah, it's like, nah, you get fed up and you're like, fuck this, I gotta go to work.
Yeah, basically. I'll keep them in my bag though.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. So you do that, and yeah, you can try again, but the difficulty goes up every time you try on your own with no additional like change. Or you could ask Victoria to help you decipher them, or you could get her to summarize them because she's obviously read them. But
I'm just putting it out there. I got 2 dots in Enigma and 1 dots in Esoterica. Just putting it
Yeah,
out
you're
there.
definitely the right person for me to go to with these
Definitely,
letters
yeah.
for sure, 100%.
Well,
here,
I've
Victoria.
got Enigma. Esoteric? No. Enigma 3, though.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Word.
I'm just not smart.
yeah,
Is mostly
it's
the
okay.
problem.
It's totally okay. Yeah. Okay. So you you take a look at the letters but can't figure them out. And as you go you leave for work, we cut over to Iori and Kaguya returning to the Afterglow. So it's like early afternoon, sunny, warm. You come back to the theater. There's somebody and their like dog sleeping in the like front foyer, like in front of the door. Because nobody thinks this place is open most of the time or real. So what do? Do you like rouse them and you're like, get out of here? Or do you like step over them or do you just like go around the back?
Here's my question. Do they or their dog look familiar? Specifically from where our mentors were when the house was burning down.
No, it's a different dog.
Is it Spy Dog?
It's totally no. There's no spy dog. It's a totally different dog.
Phew, okay.
Now, are you saying definitively that there is no spy dog?
I'm not saying.
As the storyteller.
I mean, I'm not willing to commit to the fact that there are no spy dogs, and that certainly some organizations might employ spying dogs of some kind. All I'm
When
saying
it walks, does it fall over and continue walking?
all I'm saying is that this particular dog doesn't appear to you to be the same dog as
Okay.
before.
Fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also-
I just look at Kaguya. I'm just like,
Yeah, I mean this is not an abnormal thing for people to use the little overhang to like sleep under.
So is this person like directly in front of the door?
Yeah, they've just like set up their shit. They've got like a ratty camping
Okay, then,
backpack
yeah,
and
let's
like
go
a
around back.
dog bowl and yeah. They're asleep.
Yeah. And so Kaguya just shrugs, and I like pull your arm so that we can go around back.
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So you come around the back and as you come around the corner you smell like spray paint, like the smell of spray paint really strongly. And you see Lyric wearing like cut off like jean shorts and like a crop top and like a gas mask, a painter's mask basically. And they've got their hair kind of like messily like braided on top of their head. And they have there's a pile of like spray cans lying on the pavement in the kind of like side alley, and pinned to the side of the building is like a big piece of canvas or like fabric, and they're like they've just finished like spraying something on it, and then they like take a step back and they're like looking up at it.
What manner of art is this? I am deeply intrigued.
Yeah, you want to go over and check it out?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. They are, yeah, they look like they're working on some kind of like the sort of mural you would expect to see, and I'm going to be kind of Vancouver here for a second, but the kind of mural you would expect to see on the side of a building on Commercial Drive somewhere. It's got like kind of like a vaguely Buddhist vibe. There's like kind of like a fat dude with dreadlocks holding the earth. And there's like kind of like psychedelic colors all like waving out behind them, and
Like he's got like a big fat belly, but his belly is the earth, and he's like feeling it.
yeah, totally. Yeah. Maybe some like miscellaneous kind of like animal looking shapes in the like stuff, the florid colors that are emerging from behind this like Buddha figure. And yeah, Lyric sees you coming over. And they
Cool.
they chuck the can on the floor and it makes like a loud rattling sound, like pull the mask off. And they've got spray paint all over their hands, like on their face. Like pull their
And
little
to be
goggles
clear,
up.
For anyone who knows San Francisco, the mission has actually a lot of murals that are very exactly this kind of mural also.
Yeah, it's true,
Really.
actually.
Yeah, so I think Kaguya will just kind of like nod and smile and like look over at the piece
Mhm.
and wait for Lyric to like explain it or talk about it if they want to.
Yeah, I think they say to you, they're like, "What do you think?"
I look over. I would like to make a roll to know what I think about it. I'd like to make an art appreciation roll.
This isn't that kind of role playing game where you don't have to do anything, including think for your character. I'm gonna roll a opinion roll. What's my opinion on this? Can I roll
No. So what I
the
actually
random
want to
art
roll
opinions table?
is like I assume that this can give me some kind of insight into something, either lyric or like
Yes.
magic or whatever. So I'm gonna try to like glean the insight.
Yeah, roll intelligence and enigmas.
And you guys were saying if I use the second
Second
die pool
might
works
work.
Yeah,
better.
it works.
Intelligence and enigmas.
Yeah.
I want to help. I have 8 dice for that.
Yeah, but Art, would you even think to do that? Would you think to be like, I wonder what kind of things I can learn about lyric by
I
looking
rolled
at this art?
3 ones.
What? Oh
A
my
4, a 7, and a 10.
mother of God! Why are you so bad at this game?
I don't know, but
You just look at it and then like throw up.
does my
Should
special
have picked Magic.
You throw up, it lights on fire and falls on you.
my 10 count for 2 successes?
Yes, your 10 makes it not a botch.
Oh, thank God.
So,
Although it would be kind of funny to botch and just be like, oh yeah, it really is about blah, 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 blah.
yeah, I'd be like, well, I mean, I would, yeah, if you actually botched, I would tell you something patently untrue and probably scary about Lyric. I'd be like, yeah, they're probably becoming a marauder and they're unhinged and soon going to do something terrible. Yeah, for those of you in chat who might be confused about what this result means, yeah, it says -1 because ones cancel out successes. The 7 and the 10 are successes, but because Kaguya has a creative specialty on intelligence, that 10 counts as 2, resulting in just a regular old fail, not a catastrophic botch. So I think that maybe disconcertingly to you, yeah, you can't. I don't know. It just looks like a painting. You're just like, yeah, it's just a, you can't. I don't. It's painting.
It's kind of like opaque to me in some way, or I just don't get it.
Yeah, maybe that's the feeling. You're like, I don't get it, which is maybe weird for you.
And yeah, so Lyric's like, what do you think?
Yeah.
I'm just, Kaguya will just say like, I mean, painting isn't really my thing, but I feel like it's about you in a way, or that it suits you.
And I think they look at you like, huh, that's not as insightful as I had hoped or expected.
Yeah, like where's Kaguya?
Yeah, it's like going to a movie with someone and then being like, what'd you think? And they're like, it was good.
It was good. I liked the part where the bad guy lost.
I liked the costumes.
And then yeah, so like they kind of have this like nonplussed reaction. So I just kind of like sigh and deflate. I'm just like, I'm sorry, Lyric. Maybe I'll look at it tomorrow or something. I'm sorry.
And they're like, I don't. It's fine. There's nothing to be sorry about. It's just a painting. I just woke up feeling the urge this morning. It's really hard to steal spray paint. And they like look down. They're like, this thing, and they point at the mural and they're like, this only took me like 20 minutes to do. It took me all morning to steal those cans. You think? I mean,
already, Ori.
I'm literally magic. You'd think this would be easier for me, but man.
Well, we've had a very similar morning then, but some success.
Oh yeah, cool. Well, I think there's still like half a pizza inside. I didn't steal that though. I bought that, and we could go eat some pizza, and you could tell me all about it.
Yes, Lyric is the best. I want Lyric to be my friend in real life. Yeah, so we go inside and decrypt the data, and it's gonna be awesome. And I'm just like texting Litany the whole time, being like, "Hey, how was your meeting with Victoria? What's going on?"
We don't know she had a meeting with
I
Victoria.
didn't tell you I was having the
Or like,
How was your morning? What have you been up to?
yeah, I'm like asking if she has talked to Victoria. Like,
Okay,
what to do.
yeah.
I said I was gonna fill her in.
Yeah, because you'd mentioned that, and I'm curious what Victoria thinks.
Yeah, I reply like, yeah, texted her last night, all up to date. Thumbs up.
Cool. Okay. Well, let's do the decrypting and catch up with the characters together after our next break, our last break of today. So, take a quick break, and we will be right back with more Mage. So come on back for that. Thumbs up emoji, taco, smiley face, sparkle heart, everybody.
Sparkle Heart.